Hello everybody, today is Monday the 2nd of February, 26. I just got up and I thought I started right now. I have some stuff I want to film today, so it's the last day with my Christmas tree. I wanted to put it out sooner, but I didn't get to that. Then I did work on my bags a bit. So I have sewn on all of those Velcros. The hooky ones, those are 33 left to sew on. The loopy Velcro, I got it's already done, and that is something that I have filmed already, and I will show that to you a bit later. It's 5 minutes of sewing stuffs with a little music and a little voiceover, and then I will show that now. Later, next clip. Also after my introduction here. Also did this was ironing fuse beads things. I actually ironed that tonight. And here I have soaked red lentils because I want to make a vegan sausage. So that is what you're gonna see. Maybe also yesterday I thought I want to film my exercise and stretching routine again, which I am doing for 2 weeks now. I haven't done it since May, pretty much, because it's when I started to really reduce my calories again in May, and then I couldn't do anything else. And now for a few months my calories are up. So is my weight, and yeah, but I can do my exercises again. And I really just got up, and it's 11:30, and I'm gonna have a coffee. Also do laundry today. I just wanted to get it started because yesterday I thought, even though I want to film today, I didn't think I could. So now the start is done. And here are a few steps you haven't seen with my bags. I need to clean up what I didn't do the last time, so I was a bit annoyed about myself. Normally I cut it out nicely. Then I have this helper tool now I made for the bigger bags. I showed you the one for the smaller bags a few videos ago. And then I measured where it should go, and I used double-sided tape, which I have, score tape, which I have from my card making, which is super. It's very strong. And I can put the Velcro on there, and also that stamping block is very good to rip apart that tape. And then I can put my Velcro on it, and it attaches it enough so I can sew it on later on without any problems. And here I put them in, and I cut them according to that line, so roughly. And here I did film it twice from a different angle, and then I thought I might just put it on top of each other, and you can guess which one is gonna win the race. So it's just sewing on the Velcro. And you can bet, is it the blue one or is it the other one, the grayish one? Here I go 2, fro, and 2, because it is the tip, the tip thing there, which rips off the most easily. So I know from experience with my own bags which parts of the bag rip apart. So I know which ones to make stronger. And that is just the sewing on of the Velcro. Now I'm going to attach the other part of the Velcro, and I have those very cool clips. It's so cool because I have so many of them, and I can use as many as I want to. I used to have very few, and now I have a ton, so that's always fun to have that. And then I cut off the overhanging
part of the Velcro. And now this I have to sew on from the top because of the nice stitch is on the top and the flap is very obvious, so I want it to be nice. But I have to aim for the Velcro underneath. Sometimes I get it, sometimes not. And I'm doing this very slowly. Also, when you do a corner like that, the first stitch you should do with a wheel. You should turn the wheel because sometimes it doesn't transport the thread and then you have a missed stitch when you do it with a pedal. And here I also went over twice because I saw I was not entirely at the edge, and then I think it rips out more easy. That's also the part, and now more checking if I got it or not. But this tip of the flap is also a weak point of the bag. So sometimes this Velcro stuff rips off when you don't do it right. Then I have to put the feather, make a knot in the thread, and put it on my pile. And then I get the next one and just do the same thing all over again. It's a few hours later. I did have lunch. I'm gonna have another cup of coffee. And then I'm gonna do my Christmas tree. I don't feel like it, but it needs to get done. Not so fit lately. Done. Easy peasy. Okay, I'll put it out right away. Yay. It's raus. Oh. Okay.
all done. Trays out, and I also put the garbage out. I'm very sweaty. I've been sticky and sweaty all day anyway. It's shower day, so, but I shower in the evening. And I'm glad that that is done. The garbage is out, so I don't have to do anything anymore except for doing the stuff with the soaked lentils, because they might get bad when I soak them for too long. And what do I want to say? Yeah, it's fun having more space here, but it also makes me feel a bit anxious to not have it there anymore. When I have more space, I do appreciate the space, but I feel a bit lost in the space. It's not even that much. Okay, so now it just hang around for a bit. I still have one laundry in the machine. Maybe do another blanket. And then once I have gathered my strength again, I will go into the kitchen and do the thing with the bologna. It's kind of a bologna or something. I've tried that recipe before. It's one from the internet, from the YouTube. She's called Plant-Based Recipes, and the last time I put in, like she said, garlic powder, and I did not do well with that, so I had some problems. Then I threw it all out, and this time I'm just doing different spices, but I do love the principle of it, to make a sausage with lentils. It's very cool. So later with that. It's half a cup and a quarter cup of lentils, which I soaked overnight. Those are red lentils, which is 170 grams. And now I will blend it twice, in 2 times, half of them with about a cup, which is about 240 milliliters of water. So twice. I just blend this and put it in a pot, I think. And I will link the video below, because this is not the best video. Okay, that is it. Then I just rinsed it again, because I wasn't sure if I had to do that or not. So theory first, it's actually quite easy. I just put that on the stove. It's dirty. I don't have good taste. I cook it for 10 minutes, and then it reduces a bit so that it gets less liquidy. Then I add spices, but I go with my own spices. Again, you can watch her video for the real spices. And agar, which is a plant-based thickener. And then I cook it again for 10 minutes, and that is it. Then I put it into forms and in the fridge, and that is done. I put it on the stove and just cook it, and you have to stir it a lot, or it's gonna bake onto the thing. Also making coffee now. So my problem is, or was the last time, that it thickens way quicker than those 10 minutes. So it's still very liquidy. Maybe I soaked it longer this time. Maybe it's better this time. Because it's not even boiled. Or is it boiling? Well, I did it shorter than last time, because there wasn't enough liquid in there. As soon as you stop stirring, it just bakes on the bottom. So like that, it bakes like that. You can see it's getting thicker. How long is that? 5 minutes. Now it's really boiling. Yeah, but it goes on like that. Again, getting way thicker. Well, I was so smart to put the heat down a bit, right? But I cannot cook that for 10 minutes. So I don't know why her recipe says that. Is it important to cook it for that long, or is it just to reduce it? because this is already very reused. And I'm gonna go and add the spices like right now. Okay, so I got my thing here. I need to prepare the agar, which is one teaspoon, maybe a tablespoon. 1 teaspoon of agar and 3 tablespoons of water. So 1 teaspoon and 3 tablespoons of water. Mix it and put it a bit to the side. Then a half a teaspoon of pepper. Oh, this is half a teaspoon. Okay, pepper. Then she will put 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, a whole teaspoon of salt. Oh no, there's 2 of those small ones. So. Then she adds half a teaspoon of sweet paprika. So. Then the coriander, the cilantro. Don't do that. I do a little bit of this. She puts a 1/4 teaspoon of cilantro. I put that much nutmeg. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And 2 tablespoons of beetroot juice, but I'm just taking some of this paste. Like a tablespoon of Thai curry paste. I don't know if that's good. And then she adds beetroot. I'm also doing this for beetroot, even though it's red enough. Some salsa pronta, tomato concentrated stuffs. 2 another agar. And 2 tablespoons of olive oil, but I only have normal oil. So, and I need a little liquid in there. And then it goes back onto the stove for another 10 minutes. I add more water because I can't even cook that for a bit. There's nothing left. In the meantime, I can put my forms here. And before I put them in there, I would also blend them with this. Here's my pot. I did not boil for 10 minutes. Now I had it on way lower heat, and then I thought maybe I should put it up a bit because it did not boil. Yeah, so the heat thing, I haven't figured that out. I don't know if that's good, but we're just going with this. So, don't want to waste anything. And the last time I made it and ate it, I got a dry mouth all around my mouth, and I had some in another area. Toilet wise, it was a bit bad. Okay, so I blended. Take off that stuff again. I don't know if that's necessary. It's not on the written recipe, but she did that in the video. And again, it's in the box. Okay, and maybe you have noticed my videos are less about a week or something, and they're very behind. So today is the 2nd of February, but today my last video will get out from last week, and this will be for next week. Like that, it's cool. I have more time to edit, and I try to make it a bit better. I try to work with more cameras or same camera more than once. And that needs more time to edit. Yeah. But it's also why it was a bit hard at the beginning of this video to get started because I don't do it every day. It's like driving a car. When you do it every day, it's very normal, and then you haven't done that in a while, it gets a bit harder, and then it comes back when you do it. So I just wanted to say that. And they will need to cool down for about 6 hours, and then tomorrow I can make a Brot. Ein Brot mit diesem Zeug da, ne? A bread with this stuff. Also a piece of bread. Ein Stück Brot. In Deutsch is German. A Stück Brot is also Swiss German. Piece of bread. And I hope this time I don't get that reaction. I suspect the garlic powder, but it could also be the lentils. I've never had red lentils consciously. Well, come on, flatten down a bit. Please. Because the agar is already working. Not good. Looks great. The last one did look better than this. Okay. So in the fridge it goes. And now I finish the rest of my coffee and just sit around, and then I need to take a shower, and that is that for today. And it was hard. Not a fun day. It is now 9:30 and I took a shower. Very glad about it. And now it's not been 5 or 6 hours, but I want to try out my thing that I made. So I prepared my bread base already. So I got a piece of bread with mustard and mayo. And here I have one of those. It unmolds easy. Yeah. And now I cut some slices. Look. Cuts a bit like the sausage. And that's all I can show you. I cannot show you the taste. Put that on my thingy. And I will add some gherkins. And here it is with gherkins. I have tried it already a bit. I put in nutmeg, so it mostly tastes like mashed potatoes for me, because I put nutmeg in the mashed potatoes. And now it doesn't help you when I bite it, but I know somehow one needs to do it. Or the video doesn't feel complete. So it's all right. And I have to see how it behaves in my stomach. And I'm not filming anything anymore today. I'm very tired from packing up the Christmas tree. That was quite a workout. So I might show you my workout in the next one, which is basically I'm just warming up for stretching. Because my knee has been very bad, and with the stretching it got better, and I'm very glad about that. So now I thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.